guys, it's time to do another paint party. Today I'm going to be doing a jewelry box. You see it there in front of you, the bottom and the lid. I have put a couple of coats of gesso on both of them, on the outside and inside. It helps to even out the surface and make it more sturdy, and it will hold the paint better. So that's, and I sanded out any rough places that needed to be evened out also. So that was the prep work. I've already went ahead and poured my cup. I'll give you a look at the colors. Those will be provided for you in the description area if you're interested in those. I have a canvas, a small canvas that I'm going to be dipping in what comes off, and that will be filmed, so you'll see that later. I will come back before I do that though, because I'm going to have to move these two items in order to do that. I will be playing some music for you while I'm doing all the painting stuff, so enjoy that. So let's party. Okay, I'm stopping for a minute because I've got to decide what I'm going to do at this point. As you could tell, there was some issues with getting the corners covered, so I had to pour directly on those spots. And this, I poured this whole side, and it's made it look a lot different than the other sides, and I'm gonna have to do something with that. I'll have to pour some more paint in my cup in order to do that, but I'm gonna turn this around to let you see one of the other sides so that you can see what I'm saying. You know, these other sides have, you know, have lines of blended colors, and that side you saw a visible dripping, you know, running down of just a solid color and no differentiation in the different colors and stuff. So I'm going to have to pour some just for this side in order to make that side look like the other sides, because all the other sides have lines of different colors, you know, a pattern of all the colors like you see here. Some of them do have, well, all of them noticeably have solid color right on the corners because I had to pour. And I will still looks like I'll have to paint some more on just them corners, but I won't do that right now because you can still see the white bleeding through. That's one of the issues I've had with doing these boxes is the corners. The color doesn't stay well, and this is thick paint, it's not thin, so it's not the paints, it's just how this does. Now this top here has gotten real thin around the edges too, and that's, you know, that's happened in the past too. I'll have to put some more color along those edges, but or, you know, decide to do some kind of decoration or something with, I don't know, you know, that's something I let my creative juices go as far as what making something complete. I don't do it all in this one session when, you know, like right now when I'm doing a pour, there's a lot of other things that come along and get done in the process of completing these. A lot of it is the finishing work, you know, after you see how it's dried, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pour some paint in a cup and just pour some down this side so we can get that fixed, because the rest of it looks pretty good. I did want to point out, in case you didn't know what I was doing, I had to use my fingers to kind of help the paint along because of the amount, you know, amount of paint it would have taken for me to get it to finally stick and be completed is a lot of paint. And because of financial reasons, I am doing everything I can to you know, be less wasteful as possible with my paint. That said, I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit, because I only have a little bit left of this anyway, just to pour on this one side. gonna stop there for now. I'm not crazy about the lid. As far as the sides go, this one side is all one solid color pretty much, and I don't have enough paint left to mess with it. So I may end up doing something with the sides to the lid during the finishing process. I don't know if you can see that. But this side here is all pretty solid, and we've got color differentiation here and good colors over here, half and half over here, and I don't have enough paint to do anything with it. I have spread it out as far as it will, you know, as thin as it will go. The top looks pretty good, so I'm just gonna leave it and be happy with it. I wouldn't be able to exactly mix up these same colors again anyway, because one of them was a custom color and I have just a tiny bit, and that was scrapings and a lot of stuff. So that was a bunch of scrapings from a pour from way back, and I added a little DecoArt Amethyst to it. But I'm going to go ahead and move these out of the way, and I'm going to turn off the camera while I'm doing that, and I'll be back. Well, I am back, but I did not move them yet, because I realized before I did that I need to give you guys a close-up, because once I move these, the place I take it to will not be the greatest for close-ups. Let's see if we can get better. I tried to get it better focused that time. That's two of the sides. And here's the very bottom, which the bottoms always turn out so cool. All my stuff, it seems like the bottoms are just super cool. I really like the bottom. Here's one side. It looks a little weird where I poured something, you know, a different pour here, and it makes it different than the rest, but it's still going to look cool. I mean, it's not like it's has to be all even. It is an abstract thing, and who knows what it's going to look like when it's dry. I mean, it's going to be very sparkly because it has a couple of metallic paints in it. I'm going to get really close. The bottom is just super cool. I wish that was the top. It happens so often where I'm saying, oh man, I wish that was the top. But here's the top, which came out pretty cool. Even got a little bit of cell formation there. My camera keeps wanting to screw up, but I think that looks pretty cool. And the sides are nothing, like I said, to brag about. This side's not bad, and this side is not so great, but I'll do something with the sides. As long as we have a really cool top, that's all that matters, really. I prefer to have cool sides too, but as I explained, there's really not much I can do about it. I'm out of that one paint that I used. Well, I'm out of all of them, but I can't mix up that one. Anyway, a duplicate exactly. And as you see, this side, it is completely solid, so I'm gonna have to probably paint all the sides a solid color of the top, or put some kind of trim around it or something. I'll decide that later. Now I'm going to put the camera on pause and move these out of the way, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I've got the box moved out of the way, and now I'm ready to dip this canvas, which is a 6 by 6 inch canvas, and I'm going to have to fill this in. So what I'm going to do, I've already lost some here while I was messing with the box. Wasn't paying attention to what was happening over here, and I lost a bunch of my paint here. So I'm going to put it here in this middle here, scrape it up, and hopefully it doesn't mix too much so that it looks like one solid color or anything. We've already had some trouble with that, haven't we? Okay guys, I'm seeing that these sides are going to be just as difficult as the sides, or if not more, so then the sides to the box. I'm going to have to spend some additional time on that, and I'm not going to subject you guys to that. So that will be done after this video is over. And I'll be spending more time on the box too after this video. So I'm sharing that with you to let those of you know, kind of be aware, if you don't do this, that this, when you do this kind of painting, it's not as easy as it looks, and be prepared to devote quite a bit of time to it. I spend a lot of time mixing up paints before I ever, sat down to do this video. Now I've done the video, and I'm going to have to spend even more time on the items to get them exactly how I want them. Then I've got the cleanup. I've got to put up all these paints either in containers or find lids, and then I have to wash the ones that are empty and clean up, which takes quite a bit of time in itself. So just be aware that this stuff does require time. So if you don't have the patience and don't want to mess with a mess, don't do this. That's the bottom line. So just enjoy watching other people deal with it. But I sure do appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to give you a close-up of this canvas, and then we're going to call it a day. But here we go, doing a close-up of the canvas. Sorry about any shadows. It's hard to do this. It's dusk, sundown is going down, and I had to turn lights on, unfortunately. And I see my shadow somehow. I try not to get the lights, as you see the lights there. Let's go from this angle. I'm still getting shadows. Here we go. It's not, the metallic is not coming across on this camera right now. There, a little bit right there, you can see. But I'm sure you'll be able to see it once it dries. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be speeding up a lot of parts of this because this took a while. Let's take a quick gander at the box and see how much it's changed. It has changed a little bit on this side. That's okay. We got to get those drips off. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you again soon, probably for a showcase. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.